All right.
Welcome back, y'all, to At the Table with Greg
and Elliott.
How's you ready?
Going?
I'm ready. You ready?
I don't know. I ate a lot of food before we got on. Usually I try to snack, but I just ate.
We'll talk about this a little later, empty, but we had soul food on the table today. And we already had a couple servings, so you see my eyes a little low. It's that, not the tequila today.
But how was your week?
It was good, actually. It was probably, I'll say, I've been giving a lot of 7s lately. I'll give this one a 9. Good, productive week. We went to D.C. for one of my good friends, got married down there, our good friends. And went to New York with another friend, got engaged. So a lot of love, a lot of travel. I'm tired, a lot of partying. I typically don't do that.
Yes.
I'll be in the house.
He don't party, y'all. He don't party.
I'll be in the house.
Mm-hmm. So you rating a 9. That's not bad. Yeah, there's a lot of love going on. I like that. That's a good point. I, however, even with the love, still, I guess I could still do like a 7.5 or 8. Because if you notice, I don't have my iPad here today.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we got a little drop it on our game. Usually we know how to.
Yeah, this is a rookie mistake. You would think I wasn't from Detroit, but we went to a movie screening for one of our friends, Novi Brown. You might know her from Sisters, but she has a short film that's out that's amazing called 314. It's a little scary though.
Yeah, it's scary.
But she was great in it. So we went to see that in Hollywood, and we came out and we left our backpacks on the back seat, and of course somebody broke the back window, stole his iPad. Thankfully they left mine for whatever reason. I guess they just know I ain't about much.
Yours is in the trunk. That's why.
That's true.
Yours is in the trunk. At least I had the bag in the seat or on the floorboard, and they got us.
That's
got
true.
me good. That's all right.
You need that reminder every now and then. The streets ain't as safe as you might think.
Streets ain't safe. But either way, we were able to recover some of the things they took. So it's all good. But yeah, that's why I'm giving it 7.5, at least for me.
That's fair.
But outside of that, you ready to roll into this culture catch-up?
Yeah, let's do it, because these episodes have been running long, and I would love to keep this as one episode as we can. I know we talk a lot, so let's keep it moving.
You see who talking, y'all?
Me.
So, as we move into this culture
Somebody got
catch-up,
spiced this shit up.
within an hour, though. Today's culture catch-up is for one of my South Carolina natives, Asia Wilson. As you all may know, Asia Wilson is a WNBA all-star. She trailblazes all over the court, but she also represents women and her fashion influence, and also as an author. Asia has just won again another championship for the WNBA, and I forgot what number this is. Maybe 3? I don't know. I gotta look that up. That's my bad on that. But the biggest part I like about her is that she's really authentic in herself. She never forgot who raised her, where she's from, and about the people that that people may be looking up to her. So she wrote a book it's called Dear Black Girls: How to Be True to You, which is a powerful message to Black women about identity, confidence, and your self-worth. So as much as she may be all over the world making, everybody feel proud, I'll say, at least from South Carolina, she still remembers how to look back and then make sure it's important for others to continue to do the same thing, whether it's in WNBA or any other industry. Shout out
to Asia Wilson. Now, where's Angel Reese from?
Angel Reese is from
because I don't follow the WNBA that close. Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, she's from the DMV.
Okay, so we got Angel Reese from the DMV. Shout out to Angel Reese and Asia Wilson from the Carolinas.
Yeah. You can do Angel Reese next time.
I might, Spread the love.
Angel Reese is cool too. What we got?
Next, the reason why we got the itis up here and my brain's not moving as fast as it should be. We're going to talk about what's on the table today, literally, y'all. It's not on the table no more.
It is kind of empty. It is kind of
down to the bone, if you can see that.
It's pretty bad. I mean, not bad. That's a good thing. But.
So today's food is from Fixins Soul Kitchen, one of my favorite spots here in LA. And one of the things that's special about it, for me at least, it's a place we've been to a lot, is it is actually co-owned by a gentleman named Kevin Johnson and his wife, Michelle. So Kevin Johnson, some people may know him. He was he played in the NBA for 12 seasons.
I remember with the Phoenix Suns.
With the Phoenix Suns and then the Cleveland Cavaliers for a little bit also.
Yep.
But after that, he went on to actually become the mayor of Sacramento, which I think is really cool. And he's done a lot of good work in the, just the community development space. His wife is a wonderful educator, and there's a lot of great work in education. But this restaurant is amazing. It's soul food, like I said, and everybody can't do soul food well, especially out here in LA. And they've done a really good job of creating a place that I enjoy. And they actually have expanded to Detroit, my hometown. They got a location in Tulsa, the Black Wall Street, the original Wall Street, I'll call it.
Come on, history.
As well as the city where he was mayor, Sacramento. So if you're ever in one of those cities or if you're in LA, check out Fixins Soul Kitchen. We're going to tell y'all exactly what we think about it a little later, but I'll tell you what we ordered today. Let me make sure I get this right.
So when you do go, you know what to do when you walk in there. Because the menu is, it's deep, but it's, these are the particular ones. Right?
So today, we had collard greens, mac and cheese, the catfish nuggets, oxtails, fried deviled eggs.
Oh, come on now. With bacon on top of it,
With bacon on top.
Oh, keep talking.
Fried green tomatoes, which is one of my favorites. My mom used to cook those all the time growing up. And we had some gumbo. And again, everybody can't cook gumbo. So we'll talk about that a little bit later, but that's what we had. And I have heard that the fried chicken and waffles there is really good. We did not get that today, but you might want to check that out too when you go.
So when you come to LA, you're hanging out, go to LA Live, get you some food from Fixins.
Shout out to Fixins, shout out to Kevin
But
Johnson
we'll see
and Michelle.
At the end, chef kiss or miss, how that is, right? All right, so let's roll into our guest today. So we are very lucky to have a good friend of ours, especially when we first got into LA. We needed somebody to take some pictures, when you come to LA, you gotta make sure you right.
You gotta hit the scene
you gotta hit the scene right
Make
and
the
come
right
together,
moves.
right? And so we were told by one of our friends, Tay, about Jon Dailey. And so
Shout out to Tay Halls.
Right. So folks that don't
Creative
know,
extraordinaire. Music producer. Let me shut up. This is about John today. This is about Jon Dailey.
This is why it's an hour, y'all. You keep going to producer. Halls. Yeah,
He'll be on here later. He'll have his moment. Let's get back to John. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
John over here like, well, goddamn. Sorry. So John, who is a photographer, a great photographer, a creative. He brings a lot of photos to life. He has worked for, I think, over 6 years in photography, and we'll talk about some of the things he did even before that. But he's worked with famous people as in Candace Dillard Bassett, MJ Rodriguez, Cynthia Bailey, Alex Isley, Chris Perfetti, the guy from Abbott Elementary.
Those pictures were dope. I like those.
Those pictures dope. But I mean, either way though, just to give a couple names, right, of what he's been able to do. Outside of that, right, he's a full creative, right? He's worked behind the scenes. And, we'll see what he's talking about that he may want to do in front of the scenes at any time, because I don't want to put it past him. But his focus, his resilience just shows how being a creative in this industry and in this particular city can help you grow. Jon is a talented, thoughtful, and very intentional with anything that he does. So we are so glad to have Jon Dailey.
And glad that we got pictured alongside all of those A-listers you just mentioned.
Exactly.
He took pictures of us too.
Shoot. When we saw those pictures, you talking about
we in good company.
Right?
Y'all appreciate that. Man, that was a good intro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, would you expect anything less? I know I wouldn't for you.
No,
Come on,
but
man.
also coming from y'all, y'all pull out all the stops.
Yeah.
Pull out all the stops.
How you feeling today?
I didn't expect this. Today, if I had to rate today, I would say today is a 6.
Okay.
Is it because of the rain?
Not because of the rain, it's because a lot of things I've been going through right now, I'm actually trying to shed some of the problems. And today I journaled a lot, and it was just okay, I feel much better now.
Yeah.
And even in this rain, I was doing things that make me pretty happy. So it's feeling better than it did last week. I can tell you that.
That's good.
And
That's good that you were intentional about it. That's
Yeah,
really good too.
That's good.
And I look forward to this. I've been looking forward to this for a couple of weeks. So
right, now.
that's one of the things I wrote in my journal, because this is on the path of what I wanted for myself. So it's alignment.
Yep.
And it makes me feel good. That means I'm doing the right thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Shout out to God and
Shout out
alignment.
to him.
Amen.
So let's talk about this a little bit. Let's dive right into it. So you have been 6 years on this creative journey, or even longer? Is that the right number?
Full time, 6 years when I moved here to LA in 2019. But I've been doing photography a little bit going on 12 years. I started in college at Jackson State.
Okay.
I was studying as an engineer, electrical engineer.
Come on,
But
Double E.
I've always
These two.
come on, Double E
Yep.
in the room. It ain't many of us, especially black.
Right.
But I've always loved photography. Sorry, I love capturing people. I love showing people what I see in them and how I make them comfortable and feel in photography. And one of my church members back home, he was the photographer for the church, and he had a camera, and he bought a new one. So he had this old one, this old Nikon. He allowed me to buy it from him in installments. But it was like $300-$400.
Yeah.
But as a college student, you know,
That's a lot.
that's
That's a lot.
College,
Yeah.
and he believed in me, and I just started on campus. I started doing everyone's Greek weeks or campaign week, pageants, senior heads, everything you can think of on campus. And I actually just started snowballing. It started snowballing to the effect where I was probably making the most money on campus as a creative than other people that was doing like videography. Because I did videography as well. But that's what started. But I knew photography was always my thing.
What was the man's name at your church? What was his name?
Rodney Jeffries.
Rodney
Shout out to you.
Jeffries,
Shout out
right?
to you, Mr. Jeffries.
You better watch out. He might
Okay,
want some
Rodney.
residuals.
Oh, and happy Founders Day to you too as well. He's Omega Man.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
The
1911.
other 1911.
All right. Okay.
So it was just, that's what I knew made me happy. Outside of, the engineering was easy. I can do math, but that made me like happy in what I was doing.
Yeah.
Because some of the people, like even y'all, when I did y'all photos, y'all, people be a little shy sometimes and not as comfortable with posing. Then you see the images, then you're like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, you can do it. It's not hard. It's not hard. But I actually have a hard time being in front of the camera.
Yeah.
So
You
I get it. I get it. I definitely get it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Now, so I mean, because that's a big transition. Even though you were doing this before you came out here, you came, coming to LA. LA is it's a tough city. It's a competitive city. It's a competitive industry.
Yes. Absolutely.
How was that transition for you? Because LA can be tough, and people want to see what you got, and they're gonna put you through it to make sure that you actually care about what you're doing and that you're passionate about it.
Listen.
I've experienced it. We all have. So I'm curious what that journey looked like for you.
Yeah. So I was in DC as an engineer working for as a contractor for NASA and the FAA, Federal Aviation Administration, as an engineer, and I visited Los Angeles once. I was like, I think this is the place I need to be. Came back a second time. I was like, yeah, I need to be here in the next 2 years. So the engineering company I was with had a position out in Port Hueneme, basically Oxnard area.
Okay.
And they transferred me. The company transferred me fully. It was contingent on, I think, a secret clearance or something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I was here, and they relocated me, and I was working for like 2 months. They was like, oh, your clearance didn't get cleared because of like my SF about like marijuana or something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, what am I supposed to do? So they's like, we can't extend you to a job. We don't have any other positions. The hard part was done.
Yeah.
But I knew I wanted to do photography full time anyway. That was just to put bread on the and clothes on my back and pay for it. But I finally went into like, okay, since I'm here, I didn't know what to do. I just started reaching out to some people that I knew back from DC that lived here. And I just started being in the rooms and being around people and just meeting people that I like. I didn't know I needed to meet them at the time, but how I am, I'm very intentional, and I don't really care what you do when I first meet you. I kind of just want to know who you are and just if we vibe to even get to that place. And there's some opportunities that came up. I will actually, let me shout out him right now. Chitty. Do y'all know Chitty? He is a dope content creator, model, fashion. He does creative directing, like out of this world. And Chitty, we became friends from one of my visits, and he gave me the opportunity. He always needs always needed content in 2019 and before the pandemic, just creating reels and photo shoots and quick things and gifts that he got from companies. And Chitty just believed in me. And the thing with Chitty, he put so much effort into what he did that it also pushed me as well. So there was also another level that I had to rise to the occasion of. And it just kept going. Yeah. And we kept working. And then I started getting into other parties and places that I was invited to from mutual people. Right. And, you know, I don't talk about work, but when people then ask me what I do, I tell them. But you can tell somebody and they kind of brush it off. And then, but I tell you, then I got to show you at the same time because I need you to see proof in the pudding. I need you to kind of see.
A lot of people talk out here.
Yeah, I need you to see that I actually do this.
That's smart.
And those just opportunities just started coming.
That's so with that, right? Because there's a lot you said in that.
Yeah,
so
I know.
One is in, you know, I call it God's design, right? With the, you know, the clearance and going through that process so you can kind of get on the path that you feel most passionate about, right? But talk about being in those rooms and taking those opportunities that you're like, even when you felt like, oh Lord, I don't feel like doing this. Like talk about how important it is, even when you don't feel like it, to at least be able to be that type of entrepreneur. Right.
The thing, so with that, man, is really betting on yourself. If you make a leap like moving to Los Angeles, you have to bet on yourself and the opportunity that's there. Seize that moment. Like so being in those rooms was me showing up as myself as I possibly could be. The Southern country boy from Memphis, that love food and just love culture. And I love talking about HBCUs. This is big when Celebrity, the black celebrity game.
Oh, the one of who did that one? That was Jesse Williams and Deion Jones worked with them on that.
So Deion Jones actually brought me on an event from one of the parties. Okay, I was doing event photography for him. And I had to show up as myself and just kind of relate to people because I knew I'm betting on everything. And some people don't get that. Some people think I deserve to be in the rooms now for sure. But I didn't think so at that time. But I'm like, if I'm in this room, I need to seize that opportunity. But I also know who I am and whose I am. And I know the reason why I'm in that room, I need to step into it. Amen. Step into it fully.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, don't be afraid at all. Man, there were so many times where I didn't understand where the next gig was going to come from. I still do, y'all, to this day, I still don't know sometimes where the next paycheck is going to come from or the gig.
You're talking to an actor, so you know I get it. You know I get
it. It is to the point to where it's like, God, I'm stepping out on faith so much. I don't get it. And man, I just don't know. And people like y'all, I connected with y'all outside of me wanting to work or shoot or do anything like that. Not knowing your family and everything, your background and everything. I don't give a damn about that. I give a damn about the people that I'm meeting and I'm talking to. And if we can actually be a community, because I'm big on community. So that's
important. No, I just wanted to hear that piece because I think a lot of folks that come out here and that see, folks' Instagrams or social media just think like, oh, it's like clockwork for them. Like it's a struggle. It's a hustle. It's real.
And I'm curious to know, because people talk a lot about the great moments. Just where did you pull from during those? Because I'm sure you had moments where you're like you said, how the hell am I going to make this work? What is it that keeps you going? I know you talked a little bit about journaling. Is that just how you were raised, family, I guess?
Man, I was raised from a hustler. My mama was a hustler. Okay. I'm the youngest of 7. She was a single mom of 7 kids. Oh, wow. I have a twin brother.
In Memphis, right?
In Memphis.
Okay.
And that's also another thing about food. I can't wait till we get to the food. My mom was a big cook, and she owned multiple restaurants while I was growing up. And she just loved cooking and was always there for people. Everybody, all the cousins, all the family, everybody wanted to come to my mom's house. But my mom was a hustler to where she was a crossing guard. She sold snow cones and stuff. She had a concession thing in an office building. She had soul food restaurant, wing restaurants, anything. She had a custodial business that was really lucrative called Cheryl's Dustbusters. And as a kid, all her kids we weren't on payroll, but we were on payroll. So there were nights she had the Ford contract, Ford and Mercury, Harley Davidson, Lincoln. Oh, wow. And we would literally go with her to all these buildings at night sometime and pull the trash, wipe the windows, do everything. She had enough kids and had enough cousins and aunts that needed to eat. She hustled. And we lost her 2008 on Thanksgiving night. Oh man, thank you. I appreciate it. It's getting a little bit easier to like deal with when Thanksgiving coming up. But even then, like she was so selfless. Like we left her, me and my twin brother, she dropped us off at home. And then she went to go drop off food to some people that didn't get out the house, or a friend or something like that. And she was on her way back, and she kind of called my sister on the phone and was like, hey, I'm scared. I don't know where I am. Come to find out, she was on the street where we lived, but she didn't know because she was having a heart attack. Oh, no. But and she hit a tree and the impact killed her, right? So, but that even, I'm just tying it in, she just always did for people and always went the extra mile. No matter how tired she was, she didn't mind giving and being selfless to other people and just hustling. And so in that, I just know, I knew a couple of things. She wanted her twins to graduate high school. Did that. I knew she wanted college, but she didn't know the extent. I don't know. You can hear your parents talk about you.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That drives you forward at that. I mean, you're honoring her legacy.
It catapulted me forward, but I had, I'm sorry if I'm wrong with it, man.
No.
I had my god family, the Thompsons, my god brother. We were in 8th grade through high school together, but his dad worked for Cisco, and I bring it back around. Remember I told you my mom had restaurants that she ran and owned. He was a distributor for the company.
Okay.
And so when I used to be out of school or be up there at the restaurant, I used to play chess with him in the lobby or in the food area because my mom had chessboards and stuff like that. And I knew him back then. So when we were in 8th grade, I was at football practice. My mom was picking me up and he was there and they just connected. But his son and me were already friends. We were in band together and football. We were already friends. And so when my mom died, I was in the 9th grade. He was in the 8th still because he's a year behind. He said, Mom, Dad, I want y'all to help John and Vaughn. Vaughn is my twin. I want y'all to help them out in this time of what they going through. You know, it was not mom. My twin didn't take to it as I did. But they did. They literally wrapped their arms around me, and whoever they put me in front of and didn't let me go, man, they pushed me. Black excellence was a thing. There was like no short stops. They was doing college tours. I was going out of town and places to where I've never thought I was going to go. Eat food that I never would have eaten if I had stayed in the same area or what I was around and accustomed to. And I just knew, like I said, college. They knew it was college bound, and then it got so enamored to me, like, I got to go to college. And then it become an HBCU because they went to Xavier and I went to graduate from Jackson State, but we went on college tours and it was only HBCUs.
Okay.
So it was very.
And was that a decision led by them or you kind of?
Led by the church.
Okay.
So it was on the church every summer. The kids went to HBCUs. I've always loved Jackson State. Jackson State played Tennessee State in Memphis called the Southern Heritage Classic every year. And I went and I was always Jackson State. I was Jackson State fan, the band, everything. And so I went, man, and the grind of my mom, like a lot of times it was my pain that fueled me of missing her and like not wanting to be counted out by people. Rather than this is what she just wanted for me. It was rather to show somebody that you're wrong about me or you're wrong about kids that lose their parents at a young age and so lost out here. There's some people that love on people so bad, so hard, kids so hard to where like, bro, it's emotional because like this is not your child. I put my godparents, everybody, I put them through hell. You talking about rocking the boat? I rocked the boat in high school. I was just defiant, but it was because I didn't.
Because you were an Aquarius.
Yeah, I'm an Aquarius for one.
I feel like you from one to another.
But they
too.
Yeah, they
Very
just
much.
didn't. It was just also I didn't have that discipline and structure because I was staying with my sister. She had custody, but the structure and discipline. My mom kind of let us get away with it. We were the youngest of 7. She was tired, like bruh, all of that, and it just dwindled over until when my sister had custody. But when I went over there, it's like no sir. Phones go. If I'm there during a weekday, phones go in the room with them before bed. On Saturday, we're doing NAACP Youth Council. We're volunteering, church, choir. Sunday, church again, Bible study. Going to the 4-Way restaurant that they own, a sofa restaurant, to work just to make money for the week, just for me to have some pocket change, to be able to pay my cell phone bill of myself in high school. And I did that all of high school. And like, bro, there was a lot of hustlers around me, and a lot of people. I'm like I said, I know who I am, but whose I am is also outside of God, is who God put around me as well. I'm a reflection of them. And I also, like, when I step out and go somewhere else, I'm a reflection of the people that dropped me off, or the people that raised me, or the names that's behind me, you know? So those are a lot of the reasons why I work as hard as I do.
No, hey, man,
that's enough, right? I mean, that's a good
it's a lot.
reason.
It's a mouthful, but yeah.
No, it ain't a mouthful. That's a whole testimony. Like facts on top of facts. Like I think, like it's just, to me, out of everything you said, right? You named the folks that held you up, right? Yeah. And then on top of that, just, you know, in respect to your mom, like she held up her community too, right? And Absolutely. They both, even when she passed, right, and it may hurt, like she left a structure, or God left somebody with that same type of structure and rigor for you, right? Yeah.
And I don't even know if she knew that she was leaving.
Correct. No.
Besides, like my grandma, the family, it's the extended or chosen family around that was just you know, ordered the steps of the people around.
Exactly. That's how big faith is.
Yeah. Bro, man, let me tell you, I used to go through stuff. My godfather said to me one day, because I used to do things. He was like, I want to wash my hands with you. He said, but I don't know what it is, but my wife will not give up on you and let you go.
There you go.
Like my mom, she will not. I've done a lot, but I've also showed up a lot as well. But I think she saw so much in me, like she would bring tears. It would bring tears to her eyes type thing. Like when they dropped me off at college, she would not say, she'll say bye, but she would not let me see her cry as she drove off. You know, and I'm not her biological son, but it's so much love there that was just like, no matter what. And even then, so if she ain't giving up, he wasn't giving up.
Correct.
Even though he was tired of it, he was a cancer. Cancers, you know, cancer men and it's just a whole different level of emotion. It's a whole level of emotion.
Yeah.
And it's because when they do care, they're so invested as well. And when you mess up, it's like you gotta prove yourself again, you know, rather than just like everybody get a clean slate. You gotta work to it. And bro, they just like, that's why I don't give up on people. Sometimes it's hard for me to give up on people.
Well, it's a testament. You said, you know, we talk about love a lot, and I think that's a great example of it, is that you don't give up on people. You know, you can love them from a distance. You can say, hey, you know, this is what you got to do to get back to where we need to be. But I think that's one of the definitions of love. Yeah. You see the payoff when you truly do selflessly love somebody. You put that in them, and they carry it forward to other people.
Yeah, and I just thank them. I try to thank people by paying it forward, or just doing things that I know they'll be proud of. Like my godmama, she will not accept gifts most times. She won't accept money. She won't do nothing. And she's like, keep your money, do this, do that. Or, you know, give it, like, go do something else with that. But I don't know, like, I just, like, want to do something. Right. I feel like she deserves it. She deserves it, though. She deserves it. She does so much for so many people.
But it's probably so much for her is rewarding to see your success. I think that's, you know, that's a product that you can't put a price on, you can't put a gift on or anything like that. So I think that's really what it comes down to when you think about family and people that just are there for you. They don't really look for anything in return. Just like you said, it's not that you want something. Right. It's just
one
more
of the
so
definitions of love to me.
Yes.
And it was to the point, it's just like I don't even understand how a person can do it that someone's not their kid. So if they were eating steak, I was eating steak. You know what I'm saying? Or even if I didn't want to eat it, they made me eat food that I wouldn't. Oxtails and fried green tomatoes back then, they'll tell you, John want chicken or burger or whatever and put ranch on the side. I love ranch with everything. I still
love
to
ranch
this day.
too. I
go
ranch
home and she's
too.
like, you still want ranch? I'm like, absolutely.
Well, and you said they owned a soul food restaurant also, right? So wait, so tell me about that then. Was it like, were you the one wanting hamburgers when they was like, you know, we can cook all this for you? Yeah, so at the restaurant, I knew there were certain soul food things that I did like, but most times, sometimes we had to eat pretty fast because right after church, the lunch, the Sunday crack. It was the spot. That was
so we had to.
What's the name of the place? They still have it?
It's called the Four-Way. Yeah,
the Four-Way. F-O-U-R.
F-O-U-R. Four-Way. It's on Mississippi and Walker in South Memphis, Tennessee, which is Soulsville, USA. It's been there. It's actually the restaurant where Martin Luther King Jr. had his last meal before his assassination.
That's some history
in Memphis. It's a lot of history. It was big in the civil rights movement. My family, my god family, they acquired it. I want to say 2002 or 2004. And it's been around ever since. It's like world renowned. People come from all over to eat. If you went to a college or HBCU, there's flags up in there. There's pictures from Jesse Jackson, Martin Luther King. People just sitting and dining and being in there. So much history. And it's near Stax Museum. Stax Museum is like big in blues and blues and soul music.
I haven't been to Memphis since I was maybe like 13. Now you're making me have to want to go back. I got to get back down there. I think I went there for a Kojic AIM conference or something like that back in the
day. Brian Henry went with me last month when my dad was from the past. He came down because he's been before. He ate at the 4-Way, and then he always said, "I don't have to do nothing else. I can come back, just fly in, just to eat, get his hair done, and go to the Stax Museum." So he didn't get to get his hair done, but he went to the Stax Museum and we ate at the 4-Way again because the food is made with so much love, but it's not heavy on everything. It doesn't feel so heavy and weighted on you. So a lot of it, like all our vegetables, nothing is made with meat for anybody to be able to consume.
Gotcha.
But it's so flavorful and it's so hearty as well to where like anybody can eat it. So if you ever come, go to the 4-Way. 998 Mississippi Boulevard.
Okay.
I ain't gonna remember the address. I definitely
but the 4-Way. So yeah, man, it was
good.
It's just.
I did not know all that history though. That's man, you have been surrounded by like as much as you like. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, not crazy, but just like a blessing in its own. Like whatever direction you would have turned, you know what I mean. It sounds as though it would lead you right back to your purpose,
to my purpose where I am. Yeah, and it's crazy that, like I said, I kind of they did and myself. I think it came to an agreement for them to become my godparents because they were my real parents. My mom didn't orchestrate that.
Right.
That was literally life. And I'm like, that's mom and pops. I mean, I don't know what other title to give them besides godparents. They let me and brought me closer to God.
Right.
They put me in the church and then they did, just my steps was ordered in that way to where like there's nothing else. Like there's nothing else that that you could be called. So I'm grateful for it, bro.
Amen.
I'm so grateful for it. I can't tell y'all.
Now, switching gears a little bit, back to the industry. Back to the industry a little bit. You don't have to name names, but I always like this because I just know I know this industry. And
he's nosy.
I'm nosy.
Okay.
And I like a little mess.
A little mess.
A little mess.
What have been some of like the challenges working with people out here that you've experienced, and maybe even a story or two you can impart on us? Like I said, you ain't got names.
I got one that just is my fuel right now for where I am. I'm not gonna name names. Someone that I know asked me to photograph a client of theirs, 2 clients of theirs, and I was happy to do it. I was like, okay, I can do it. It was last minute, both days, back to back. And I did it. I showed up, produced great work.
Yep.
And, when it came down to it, I shot myself in the foot. And this is where I take responsibility because it was so rushed to where I didn't speak rate before work.
Yeah.
Rate before work is a thing. Rate before work is a thing.
Not just rate before work. You might need contract before work.
All of that. Like everything. And so I did it. And then when I told him, because one, it was like last minute, it was same day turnaround, X, Y, and Z. And
I'm assuming it was probably a big name too.
Yeah. Big names. Plural.
Yep.
And and this is a person that is, I consider a friend or in the friend atmosphere around associate. And when it came down to it, they didn't want to pay me that. What I know I deserve after already the resume that I do have, and with that, and it was a back and forth for a while, and I'm just talking. And they were saying things like, "You're charging more than somebody that's more senior than you in this role," or what I know you charged somebody this before, and now you're charging me this, and it's not going to be, it's not going to be that, and then it's going to be just this, and that's all I can do, and it was so demeaning. It was so degrading to what I do. And I'm like, if you think this about me, why the hell did you ask me to be this person? You called me because I can deliver, and I did. I did exactly that.
Right.
2 days in a row, last minute.
Last minute too.
And you would have thought more because the people that we're around is very family oriented, very much community, and that was probably the worst experience that I felt like. I had to yell my worth to somebody that I looked up to and that I loved as a person, but they didn't love me in the same regard when it came down to the dollar amount.
Right.
Even though, the work went on to being posted
Yeah.
Multiple places.
Of course.
By multiple streams, by multiple, and it was like, I actually saved it. I saved it because these were all in text messages.
Okay.
So these are messages, and I don't delete nothing.
All right.
I'm an Aquarius. I don't delete nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, you ain't got to tell them. You know, you already know that.
So you remember when?
Exactly.
Greg, that was 8 years ago. It's still right here.
You gotta have reference points. So I saved it. I thought about printing and putting it in the frame, but that's giving it too much life.
Yeah.
But
there you go.
What happened was it fueled so much more after it.
Yeah.
Right after it, I got the call for Regina King and then Taraji and the things like that, and it was just like it showed that you might not have wanted to pay me, and you paid me in almost a net 60, maybe 25% of what the rate was supposed to be.
Lord have mercy.
And I had to take it on the chin. Shout out to Tay and Brian for walking me through it and talking me through
it.
And supporting me because the North Memphis in me was ready to come out. It was ready to all bets off.
And then the thing
the funny part, knowing Tay and Brian though, I feel like I feel like Brian Henry probably he seems a little bit, maybe that's just me not seeing the other side of him. But
he looked more chill. Yeah. He likes to be chill, but oh no. Tay is more chill when it comes down to the.
I feel like Tay be the hype one. Yeah, Brian
he does, but like Tay is when he's initially that. He'll get over it real quick.
Yeah.
Brian ain't doing that. Brian is the one that's like he harps on, he thinks about it, and he put it into play. He processed it for sure.
Yeah.
He'll pop off.
Yeah.
He will, but it's a pop off and care and love it because it's like
Correct.
Don't play with people that.
That's fair.
That I love.
That's fair.
But I do love hearing the way that you handled that situation, right?
Yeah.
You found a way to turn it into fuel and motivation for yourself.
Absolutely.
B, you went to your community and said and got the the support you needed.
I go to them all the time.
And I know you talked about journaling also earlier in this. I'm curious to know, in addition to those three things, because this stuff like that in this industry happens all the time, especially with the bigger names. So I'm curious,
that's
like,
just the one.
That's just the one time.
I was about to say, like, it's that one time, but then if you think about it, if you didn't have the friends that you had, and then just like the settling,
North Memphis me would have been out.
Right.
I'd have been outside.
But that's what they want, right?
Yeah,
you can't give them that.
You can't give them what they want is one thing, but then look at what could have been missed if you did let that happen.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Like everything that you
Taraji,
and like I talk to. So this is how I do. And I like to give light and give their flowers to my people. But Tay is the person I can talk to right when it's happening in the trenches, and he helps me clear the waters and like talk about it because he knew the person. So he spoke on my behalf and told them that it was wrong. Like you don't do that to people. And then Brian on the other end, you got to do it after you kind of solve it or do something because Brian will just make you feel bad about it. And Tay just be like, well, niece, I tell you, niece this, niece that. Yeah. But if it wasn't for them, I would have been ready to pull up.
I mean, that's
because you playing on somebody's name and somebody got to pay their bills. Like, you got your bills paid.
Yeah, these
are your clients. You should advocate for your people.
Yeah.
If you advocated for me to be there, that means I can do it. You know I can deliver.
Yeah.
And I think that's the point. Is I love what you said about community and family in this industry because you have to have it. And honestly, that's how I always aspire to treat the people I work with because I know it don't feel good when I'm working with somebody and it's not valued or you don't feel like you're part of that collaborative process or that you're getting what's right. Everybody has their place in this industry.
Yeah, it is. But it's also, I feel like it's everybody do to just treat people well, especially black people in these spaces of creativity. Like it's so hard. It is so hard. When they tell me about the things that happened before I moved here and how hard black people were not considered. Bro, like treat your people. Treat your people well because don't act like it's not gonna get out. If you mistreat somebody gonna find out.
In this community.
And the friends and the people we keep around, somebody's always ready to check somebody and talk about it because it's like, bro, it is so hard. And I want to tell people, find your community out here. Like if you don't do nothing else in LA, find a community that serves you and that love on you, and not a community that tolerates you just because of the people you know, but just actually wholeheartedly who you are.
Who love you for you.
Who love you for you. And like, you can always have fun with people, but like, when can you
cry with them
and have a serious moment and lay your head on my pillow, friend. Like, let's talk about it. Yeah. Vulnerability is I feel like it's one of my superpowers because it allows me to connect with people. So that's definitely.
How do you build trust in? The question really was about building trust with your client and all that, but. How do you think, since you've built such a strong community here, like what would you tell somebody in order to build trust? Like I know one word that you just said is vulnerability.
Yeah.
Like what other things that you did, right, to build that type of trust?
Honestly, I never wavered my personality and who I was. First time this is a story. I can talk about it. First time I was finna shoot Taraji. Tim Wallace called me. It was Renaissance. Beyonce birthday. I was headed in my car with my friends, and he was like, "Hey, yo, John, can you come shoot T?" I said, "T." He said, "TPH." I said, "What? For what?" He said, "Oh, we should go to Renaissance." I said, "Oh, absolutely." I told my friend, I said, "Y'all gotta go." And this is what I'm talking about with community. I dropped him off at Brian's house. I had to pick up something from Brian. I dropped my friends off at Brian's house. He knew some of them. They were Morehouse graduates. I was like, this is community. It's fine. I said, but I just got a call for Taraji. I drove all the way back home. This is when I was in Sherman Oaks, and then went to her house. But I was so nervous because I'm like, this is a big opportunity for me. I don't know what to expect. And man, I got there. Tim said what's up to me. She was still getting ready. I kid you not. Taraji just walked out. She was in like the little cat bodysuit, and she just started twerking. Twerking and hyping.
I love her. Cool
that alone showed me I was where I was supposed to be. And that was just like, John, you can be who you are in this moment. Knowing who Tim is as well, like he's never gonna like tell you to be someone that you're not, because he shows up authentically himself all the time. So that alone, and I thanked her at the end, but she was like, "Why are you thanking me?" She's like, "You the one that came here last minute and shot me." And I'm like, "That's
where you know where it feels like community. It feels like family and home." And you know why? Because I mean, anybody that's heard Taraji talk about this industry, she has been put through it, and I view her as one of them people that does not want to make anybody else in this industry feel that way
at all. She told me it's just so much about her. Like she's. Right now, hands down, my favorite client that I work with. She, I shot her for the Met this year, and when I went to the,
mind you, the girl look good.
Listen, she eats, and Raymond and Micah did their thing with the brand, with the brand months. And I went to the opening night because they opened up their flagship store, and I went there to say hey to her and stuff like that. She was like, "Listen." She was like, "John, they was trying to give me somebody else." I said, "No, sir. I want Jon Dailey." Like, she said these words to me because I took a photo of her for the NAACP Awards last year. And I did it in film. And she said her mom said it's the most beautiful photo that's ever been taken of her. And she's done a lot of work. She was like, she printed it out. Her mom has it. And she posts these things. Like, she just has it. And she was like, "John," she was like, "This your first bet, but this ain't your last, baby." She like, "Make sure." She like, "I got you and I got us." Not all the time can somebody have you every single time. But when it counts, you show up and you make it work, but you also know that person has you.
You got Met on your resume. You got Taraji on your resume. I mean, come on now.
And then she was like, "You going out? John, you going out with us?" Absolutely. I'm ready. And it's just being in those spaces of people that truly care about the people that they're around. Like, you can spot someone fake or disingenuous a mile away. But the people that really love on you, they challenge you. They call you on your bullshit. When you playing around, they know. And when they know, then you gotta show like, I'm not letting you down, I'm not letting myself down.
Right.
In the same sense. So that is just from the tragic parts to the great parts. It's still something in between, but that is just, man, I can't even explain it to y'all. I can't explain it sometimes. My cousins and my godmom and everybody, they were like, "Tell my girl, hey, da-da-da," but they were so proud of me because old school people, they don't think that photography and just this is a living for people. And like, "John, you went to college. You engineer. Why don't you just do that?" Because I'm not happy and I'm not fueled. But then when I do things like this and they see I'm actually putting in the work and I'm not giving up on myself, it makes them even more proud, I feel like, than getting a degree and working for some white person. Because they work for themselves. Black-owned company. Like, y'all betting on yourselves.
And just in an industry like this, you have so much opportunity to create and build spaces for us.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah,
it's just a special opportunity that you have out here.
Yeah, and like when y'all call me, I'm like, yes,
Mm-hmm.
what we need. You know what I'm saying? But also I do it in and with love because I'm also understanding of like I do have to make sure I eat, but I also understand people, a company's budget is so different than a personal budget. Right? Like, be understanding of that person or that brand, like, and so like when I said that situation, it was like you're charging more and you did this than your senior counterparts. And mind you, I done shot the same people they shot, but I was like, that is a personal person that you know that I personally did that for, and then there is this person, this celebrity that has wardrobe budget, all this, everything, whatever behind them. Yep. It's a little bit steep, like it makes sense. Like I feel like it makes sense. I feel like I'm not cheating no one.
Right.
Don't let anybody make you
only cheating my
Don't let anybody make you question your worth.
Yeah. Exactly.
Don't let anybody
and
make
that's
you
what
question
it was.
your worth.
And I was like,
the most important part is don't let nobody rush you so much that you don't put that contract out.
Listen,
that's the whole point of the story.
And that's Brian. Brian said that he was like, gotta have that contract.
You said that's what Brian made. He said Brian make you feel bad first. Brian said,
and then
well, you should have had that contract.
And then he'll love you after. I'm like, man, you finna stress me. You stressing me out. And I'm an Aquarius. He a Cancer. I'm Cancer. Yeah. So I be like, Brian, if somebody ever told you that, you'll be off the hinges. When somebody said you'll be ready to go fetal position cross somewhere. So it's like, man, it's like, so the contracts rate alone is agreed upon before work.
Before you move.
Right before work. There should be an equation for that. Like,
except for Taraji.
Yeah. Yes. But listen, or sometimes, but then, y'all, here's the kicker. The person has come back multiple times now, and they say what the rate is before. They say what the rate was at that time I told them what my rate was. Now that it's almost 2 years later, I'm like,
let me go ahead and get me a catfish nugget.
and it's like, but I told B, I was like, I'm not doing it. He was like, fuck all that, get the money. I'm like, yeah, but at the same time, a person played with you so bad, I don't want to have to go back around it. This was 2 years ago. So now this is that rate ain't the same rate.
Right, it's not before.
I got I said, I got the minute on my resume. I got a lot of things that I've done since then. So it's like, how do I even get back to that conversation to even renegotiate again?
And then to your point, like what Brian Henry tells you, even your family, like you're around, you have like a pool of resources that you can get mentorship or even guidance on, even if you wanted to, right? Because I think that's the most important part out of everything here, right?
And I got people that will validate.
Yes, exactly. I know I'm being random, but like you say, like it's every direction, like 4 ways, like it's every direction. Yes. So I mean, like with you that's what I've realized, and what, especially just sitting here hearing your stories, and then just how you have grown from tragic or tragedy to like, you know, even with where you are now and how you're continuing to grow, like that's important for people to hear, right? Because I just don't think a lot of folks understand how collaborating, you know, within this community and this industry,
building your village in your community,
and building that trust, because you can trust a lot of folks and they will hurt you, right? So I think it's just one of those things that a lot of folks need to understand, despite whatever industry.
And that's probably across industry,
right? Exactly
that part.
And I think people trust you. They trust a person to put them in your path. To like, I trust you with this person, so you need to take care of that person.
Correct.
And if they don't do it, it's like, what's up with you? Yeah. You know how hard it is for us to get here, and why are you playing?
Amen.
For the other side, trying to play them left. Yes. You called them for a fucking reason.
Yes.
Now we're gonna move on to another segment we have, because we can sit here and talk all day. And I said we're gonna try and keep this one to an hour. My spidey senses are kicking in on time. See, look at the producer.
It goes so quick.
Amir, it does. Amir still got an hour and 6 minutes, y'all. We're gonna bring this to a close, because I don't want to keep splitting these episodes up, because I really like when we can get it all in at once.
Yeah, no problem.
We do a segment called Be Honest, Don't Hold Back, which I feel like we already did this whole conversation. So don't even get. So this is the easy part now, because these questions ain't nothing of what we talked about. But what is one trend in photography or social media that you're tired of seeing?
Say that one more time.
One trend in photography or social media that you are tired of seeing. Maybe it's done. I don't know.
Ooh, the trend. I'm actually really tired of the trend of I want to be a photographer, so I'm gonna go get this Sony A7 something, and then they buy preset packages when they do work and just put it over the photo. There's a thing you do a preset. It's a big trend where people
it's like a filter type of thing.
Filter. It's always an ad coming. An ad is like, oh, you can get this package thing, and you can be the best photographer. Bro, put in the work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Put in the work. It's like, it's not easy. Like, yeah, I can make presets and I can sell the package too. And people are like, why don't you do it for money? Because it's like, it's cheating people out of the process too. Like, granted, you don't gotta, we ain't pledging or hazing, but like, bro, do some of the work.
Yeah.
Some of these people are on these jobs that don't have the resume. They just have the camera, or they know the right person, or they have the presets to do exactly what they're looking for.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
There's no creativity.
That's good to know. I didn't know that.
Child, there's no creativity.
How we know? How we can tell?
You have a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Like, I'm like, oh my God.
How much is it?
That's literally what it is. And like the people that, those little 2-minute little teasers that they give ads. I'm a photographer, so I see it all the time. I be like, report. Seeing too much of this.
You're ruining my end.
Yeah, because they don't tell you the other end of it. It reduces the resolution quality of the work most times. So when you post it on social media, it's like, that ain't what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, it look like different on your phone, but when you post it, that's not,
it's not coming through the same.
They ain't give you those outputs.
Let alone you try and give it to a magazine or something.
Correct, exactly. After all that transition between those two. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, let's do the last thing here. Chef's kiss or miss. So chef's kiss or miss is what we say essentially if the food is great.
Okay.
Right? We give it a kiss. Now, if it ain't too good and you got like some critiquing, it's a chef miss.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So what do you think of Fixins?
I say chef kiss. This plate was full.
Right?
Look, I wish we could scan this table.
This plate is empty.
It's empty. So it was a chef kiss. I like Fixins. I've had it. I'm a stickler on soul food, clearly. Yeah, I cook for myself, but my family. But this is when I can go to them like, I know what I'm gonna get, I know what I'm gonna order. And I'm the one that said the chicken and waffles because they busting. Okay. But the chicken, get it fried hard though. Get it fried hard.
All right.
The chicken fried hard.
Yeah,
but yeah, it was so good.
What was your favorite here today? We had the. Let me go back to my list.
My favorite was the gumbo and the
the devil egg.
The fried devil egg.
Yeah.
That was fire. I think I need to put that on my on my menu for when I cook something.
Hey, especially the air fryer, you can do about anything.
You can do anything in the air fryer, man.
Shout out to air fryers.
But I want to thank y'all so much for like giving me this opportunity.
What you?
Shout out to air fryer.
Well, I was gonna talk about how John was saying he's working on getting himself a little air fryer sink to
partnership. I'm trying to get one. Manifest it, okay?
Right? Manifest
it. I definitely like. If y'all saw the air fryer. You saw the air fryer.
I saw the air fryer. That's
a good one.
I want that. I want that. But no, man, I thank y'all so much for even having me. I really prayed about it. I put it in the universe. I've said what I wanted to do. I want to tell my story more. I want to be on panels. I want to be more in front of the camera as well because my story is really, really powerful. We didn't get into a lot of it. But like walking into what I'm doing, like a lot of other people can relate to it, but they don't see it. No. Everybody show them the other side. No, I want to show you the grit that like it's hard, but like you really can do it, even though you got so much against you.
Right.
And I appreciate y'all giving me this platform today.
Of course,
to have this platform, and for everybody else that's to come, I know it's gonna be great.
No,
hey man,
tell them who you are, and then tell them to make sure you subscribe.
Yes. Where we can find you. Look at
this one right here.
So I am Jon Dailey III. You can find me on Instagram at Jon Dailey _ and that's JONDAILEY _ and my website is www.johnmdailey.com.
I know that's right.
Anything else before we go?
Man, if you know who you are and know whose you are, you'll never go wrong. Your footsteps that are ordered are meant for you and only you. And don't let nobody take you off that path.
Amen.
So,
Well,
thank you.
With that, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment with what you might be feeling for the future, for the past, whatever you got to say to us. We appreciate and love y'all.
We really do.
And this has been
If you can tell we listening, somebody left a comment and say, why y'all got paper plates on the table? So we got plates on the table now.
Right. And I know they're going to comment and say, they going to want to know the tea about the
they're going to
know more tea than
you. Either way.
We might have to have John back on in the future.
Right?
I will always come back.
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Appreciate you.